So the Kansas City Chiefs are being provoked even more, and I don't understand why the NFL and why these players they keep trying to poke the bear. I mean, first you got Patrick Mahomes in the Raiders practice when they had him as Kermit in the Raiders practice, and they was throwing the Kermit thing around. First you have that the Kermit doll. You don't think Patrick Mahomes seen that? You know Mahomes is all over social media, and he did see it. He even responded to it in a press conference and had something to say about it. And he said it's gonna get handled when it get handled. So that's already fuel right there. It's like they're just trying to light a fire between us. And then now, out of top 100 players, Patrick Mahomes, who just won back-to-back Super Bowls, who won the MVP the year before, and who just had a very good season besides the interceptions or whatever, he's fourth. They're gonna rank him fourth, and they're gonna put him behind Lamar Jackson, a guy he just knocked out of the playoffs. It's over. The league, they don't know what they're doing. They're waking up the wrong person. Patrick Mahomes is not the guy that you want to provoke, because when Mahomes is focused, when he's locked in, he's dialed in, he makes plays that none of us understand. He makes plays that defenses can't stop. I mean, he just toys with the NFL. He's the most talented quarterback we've ever seen, and it's obviously not slowing down. I mean, throughout training camp, he's looked very solid with his reads and his mechanics. Everything has been looking very good. And then the Kansas City Chiefs, one thing about them is that when Patrick Mahomes is fired up, the Chiefs are fired up. They back up their quarterback. They don't play around when it comes to Mahomes' name being disrespected. Remember Burrowhead and all that happened that year. Burrowhead and all that. We owned them. We owned the Bengals when they came into town. They came into Arrowhead. The Bengals had no answer for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, they went to the Super Bowl, they beat the Eagles. Last year, we was done. Our defense was carrying. The offense was done. Mahomes was washed. All that talk, sealed. That shit was sealed. Because they went against the Buffalo Bills, cooked them. The Bills, Deion Dawkins, he was talking crazy. Cooked them. Then we went against the Ravens. The Ravens was talking crazy. Cooked them, embarrassed them. Then we went against the 49ers. The 49ers, they knew not to talk crazy, but we was heavily doubted. Cooked them. So, moral of the story, when it comes to this Chiefs team, you shouldn't doubt them. That's kind of a dumb move, sitting here doubting the Kansas City Chiefs, knowing that they are a different football team when they're in that mode. And now that we have a more improved offense, we got all these skilled wide receivers, all these burners, all these speed dudes. It's gonna cause a lot of trouble, a whole lot of trouble for the league. And I'm just praying for the NFL, honestly, man, because this is about to get really, really bad for them. So I don't know why even do that. Why wake up the Chiefs like that? Why even put yourselves in that situation where it's just scary what's about to happen to the NFL. We all know as Chiefs fans, Petty Mahomes, you don't want to go against Petty Mahomes. That's the worst Mahomes to go against. But to even get there, let's speak about a few roster battles that will define the Kansas City Chiefs training camp. So right now you got the left tackles. You got Kingsley versus Wanya. So Kingsley and Wanya Morris, they both been going at it. And since Eric Fisher took his last snap in January of 2021, the Chiefs have started 5 different left tackles, while 2 of those were just spot starts by Mike Rimmers and Joe Thuney. But we haven't really got that solidified left tackle yet, to be honest with you. I mean, the 3 starters that have received extensive runs was Orlando Brown, Donovan Smith, and Wanya Morris. And none of them really did what they were supposed to do at left tackle, and none of them was really graded good at left tackle. But Mahomes' escapability and him taking what the defense gives him made these left tackles look better than they really are, to be honest with you. Now, we don't need Wanya Morris or Kingsley to be an all-pro. We just need them to provide some solid play, because Mahomes has proven that he could get by with anyone who does not instantly make him run for his life, like that Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, yeah, man, that left tackle battle is interesting. We definitely gonna see who wins it, but right now it's leaning towards Kingsley. And then you look at the starting cornerback battles. That's something that's also important, and it's obvious because after losing L'Jarius Sneed this offseason, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And then you got Nazir Johnson, who's been going through some injuries. Jalen Watson, who's been going through some injuries. So then you got the former Cowboys second round pick, Kelvin Joseph, who's been looking very solid. And then you got Nick Jones and Kamal Haddon. You got undrafted Kansas State standout Akoy Boy Odoy. He's looming as well after suiting up for 6 games last season. And then you got Jamari Connor sharing slot corner reps with McDuffie. So the depth chart is definitely crowded with guys going after 2 or 3 spots. And the Chiefs, they can find a way to use more than 3 or 4 corners. But as the number 2 corner, McDuffie played nearly 90% of the snaps last season, while Watson and Williams, they finished 3rd and 4th with 40 and 30% of the snaps. And the next closest was Jones, who played 237 fewer defensive snaps than Williams. And the thing about Steve Spags is that he seems to find his 3 or 4 and he uses them exclusively. And with Johnson and Watson losing momentum, it does leave the door open for guys like Joseph, who's been very solid, but he's been spending some time with injuries as well. But he's been playing the ones a lot. And Joseph, he has the pedigree as the 44th overall pick in the 21 NFL draft. And he also has the size, as he's listed at 6'1" and 192 pounds. So he has talent, but he doesn't even have 300 NFL snaps to his name. So they may be more talent than he's really shown out there. And yeah, man. I mean, the Chiefs, they're good regardless of anything. I mean, obviously we're gonna need corners because you don't want to just be getting burnt on defense. But you know how Spags is; he's very good at developing these cornerbacks. He really is. Xavier Howard is still a free agent. Honestly, he's still a free agent. The season didn't even start yet. I thought he went to the Texans, but actually he didn't. I'm bugging. But he was a good free agent target for them. He's still a free agent. I mean, the Chiefs, they have more than $15 million in cap space, so we could pick up Stephon Gilmore, who's very solid, Xavier Howard or Dory Jackson. They all remain on the market. All of them fit the size and coverage skills Kansas City looks for, even though they are aged. But Gilmore, he did finish 35th in cornerback grades in 2023, and he is the type of cornerback that you would want because he gives you the assurance of starting. And it makes sense that the Chiefs are finding out what they have first before they just try to do that. Now, obviously, there's some more interesting camp battles because you got the running back spots behind Isaiah Pacheco. You got the 5th through 7th wide receiver spots. And you got the tight end, if Irv Smith could force the team to carry 4 tight ends. But none of those players is going to have much of an impact as who the 3rd pass rusher is. So Charles Omeni, who he's out for an unknown period of time right now because he tore his ACL in the AFC Championship game. So you got Felice Anudike-Uzomah, who should be good, but then you got Malik Herron, Tramon Jones, and then, you know, it's definitely some things. And you got George Karlaftis and Mike Dana, who both played just shy of 70% of the snaps last season. So it's going to leave a lot of snaps left over for Anudike-Uzomah, and I believe that he will be able to take up that spot. So we should see a big, sorry, it cut off. We should definitely see a big year for FAU, and I'm rooting for that. But if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I got some more coming on the way from your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace.